All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta, Georgia. We're here with the S.R.U. Dave Bush Cup Series. We're going to be running 145 laps tonight. We have 4 sets of tires, 1 set on the car and 3 in the pits, running about 70% fuel, which should give us somewhere around 43 to 45 laps per tank of fuel, but we'll have to check that a little bit later on once the guys get on the track, see if we can catch up on that and get more information on it. So again, Dave Bush Cup Series, week 5 at Echo Park Speedway. We only have light winds at 1 mile an hour. It's partly cloudy. There's a 21% chance of rain. It's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's just looking really well for a good race here this evening. So the guys are just out there again doing their final laps. And we'll be right back as soon as we find out what the grid will be for tonight's race. We're just waiting for the drivers to finish up their qualifying laps. We're just going to scan through a few of our drivers that we have. I'm sure all the fans have their fan favorite. FP2891 says, "Let's go Slightly Dangerous. Good luck, Art." I need all the luck I can get. Thank you very much. Westbrook All Terrain. Let's go, Webb. All right. Well, let's go see what the grid will be for tonight. Just waiting for them to finish it up. We should be just about ready to pop up the grid. The guys are just getting lined up in the pits, I believe. We'll go take a look. I believe Al Likens may be in the lead in this thing, but I'm not 100% sure. Just waiting for the grid to open up. And we will get this thing underway tonight at Atlanta Echo Park Speedway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the grid. It will be Al Likens in first place on the pole. Dylan Picklesimmer, I believe that's the pronunciation of his name. He's new, actually. I don't remember him being here before. Ryan Messer is in 3rd. Chris Fath is in 4th. Robbie Darnell in 5th. Robbie Stewart in 6th. Jeremiah Nelson in 7th. Mark Olette is in 8th position. Getting tongue-tied here. The 9th position belongs to Fred Pennington. Kyle Heath will be in the 10th position. Zach Ronstich will be in the 11th position. Brandon Hartwell in 12th. Nick Ratter is in 13th. Jason Haney is in Haney. I apologize again. In the 14th position. John Held in 15th. Terry Duguay is in 16th. Mark Kostyk is in 17th. James Smalls in 18th. Nate Webb is in 19th position. Larry Blair is in 20th position tonight. Robert Chiswick is in 21st. Rick Adams in 22nd. That will round out your field. 22 cars ready to rock and roll at Atlanta Echo Park Speedway. Just waiting for the guys to get ready to rock and roll, get off the pit lane. We're just going to take a look, wait for the pace car. He should be going off the pit lane here any moment as we get these engines fired. The boys are getting impatient. I see them rocking and rolling back and forth. Here we go. The pace car is underway there now. So Al Lyken's going to lead this thing away in the 88. He's had a pretty strong car here the past few weeks. So we just kind of have to keep an eye on that 88 car for sure. Dylan Picklesimmer, he's on the outside in the 1 car. So that should be interesting to see what he can do with this thing. We're just going to go up to the pits, take a look, bring up our track map, going into 3rd turn right now. Going along the corner into turn 4. We'll see how these things are going to run here tonight. I'll tell you what, they all look pretty good. I was watching them in qualifying and practice, and they were having a little bit of fun with it. Pace car is off. They're coming around the corner. Barney has the flag in hand, ready to drop the green, and there's the green flag. We're ready to rock and roll this thing. Let's get it going. All right. Al Lyken's jumping out in front, but Dylan Picklesimmer, he's right there on the outside taking a look. The 22 of Chris Path, he's given the 1 a big push. Ryan Messer is right there behind the 88 in the 16, giving him a push. These guys want to get this thing going. They don't want to waste any time. So a little bit of aggression right off the get-go. So we're going to have to take a look and see how this is going to play out. We have 145 laps. It's a long race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So we definitely do not need too much aggression at the first of the race. But I'll tell you what, these guys are professional drivers. They do not wreck a lot. They do not do a lot of careless driving. They know what they're doing. They know how to handle their cars. These guys are pretty darn good drivers. So we should be good to go for a while before we have anything drastic happening. So Al Lykens, he jumped right in the front. The 1 of Dylan Picklesimmer, he's right behind him. Chris Pfaff. Robbie Stewart now is up in 4th. Ryan Messer's in 5th. Jeremiah Nelson is in 6th. Robbie Darnell's up to 7th. Zach Ronchich is in 8th. Actually, just dropped back to 9th because Fred Pennington just got by him. And Nick Radler is right there in the 10th position. So we're going to take a look and see these boys come around the corner here. We got a little bit of a group in the back. We're basically running 3 different groups of cars here this evening. We're going to run to the back and take a look at Robert Chiswick. Take a look out his windshield. He's the last car in the lineup right now at this moment in time. We just got to kind of work our way from the back to the front. So there's Robert in the 6. In front of him we have Nate Webb in the 7. Good looking Hendrick car. Brandon Hartwell in the 25. He's right there. Mark Kostyk has dropped back a little bit. He's second to last at the moment now. Run up to Rick Adams back there in that gold and white car. Take a look and see if I can get a better picture of him. There we go. In the 42, the Ziegler.com car. Kyle Heath is right in front of him. In the 13, Tiger's car. John Hell's right in front of him, Dr. Pepper. That flashy pink and white car. That's a prismatic pink, I would say. Then Larry Blair is right there in the 73. Tony the Tiger car tonight. Good looking car for Larry. James Small's in front of him in the 61. That's a good looking car as well. Then we have Terry Duguay right on board locksmith. That's what he does for a living. He is a locksmith by trade. In front of him we have Robbie Stewart in the 3 Budweiser car. Mark Olette on the outside, Turtle Sanctuary in the 80 car. Dylan Pickle Simmer. I might have called you Daryl actually earlier. I apologize. It's Dylan. I will get used to your name, I promise. He's in the 1. He's dropped back to the 10th position now. Al Likens has also dropped back. He's back in the 9th position. Robbie Darnell is back in the 44. He's in 7th position now. Jason Haney, he's in the 9. Other thing looks like it's in a snowstorm. The blue and white silver on it there, it looks like it's a snowstorm car to me. All right, Brett Pennington, he's in 3rd place in the 8 car, Kinder Morgan. Ryan Messer in the 16, another Canadian, lives just up the road from me, actually not that far away. And we have Chris Pfaff is in the lead of this thing at this moment in time in the 22. Alex Miller, 5702, pulling for Robbie Stewart and Chris Pfaff. Well, I'll tell you what, there's Chris in the lead. Robbie Stewart is a little bit farther back. He's back there in 10th position at this moment. So we're going to jump out and take a look at a little bit wider angle of the camera here. See if we get some more pictures up. All right. So everyone's doing a good job being spaced out. Again, we have 3 groups of cars. We have the top 12 in the lead. Then we have 6 more in the middle pack. And then we have 4 in the very back pack. So if you take a look there now, actually the 1 and the 10, I believe, are moving up. The 1 and the 80, I apologize. The 1 and the 80 are starting to pull away from that second pack. They're looking to gain up into the front pack if they can get up there, and they're going to try drafting each other, try to get up a little bit farther. But the pack behind them are all catching up to them. There's the 61, James Small. He's going high on the outside, going to take a look and see what he can do. Again, those 2 cars did pull away, but the pack has caught them. Atlanta runs a little bit like a super speedway. It's not a super speedway, but it acts like it. You can draft here, you can gain a little bit of momentum, a little bit of speed when you get into the draft with other cars. So it definitely helps for sure if you can have a drafting partner. Let's go back up the front with Chris. Chris is still leading this thing, driving away. He doesn't have a whole lot of worry right now from Ryan Messer in behind him or Fred Pennington. They're basically just kind of riding along. Everyone's minding their P's and Q's, being good. No one's being overly aggressive. Although we just did see Al Likens, he got a little squirrely back there for a second. He's on the outside line. He's getting a little wave. He's getting a big push there by the 44, I believe. No, not the 44. It's the 38 of Zach. Zach is giving him a little bit of a push on the back of Al Likens in the Mountain Dew car. So everyone's doing quite well. We're going to go back up. Take a look at the back pack. We're going to go back to the back. These 4 cars are in the very back of the pack. They're just going into turn 4 now. So they're following tightly behind. The pack in front of them, they are in turn 1. That's the pack that we were just watching for a few moments. And then you go back up to the front. We have Chris Pfaff and that crew. Chris is just driving away, leading the way, letting everybody know this is the way to go around this track. He's out in the clean air, so he really doesn't have any big issues at this moment in time. So we're looking at lap 18 of 145. We're guesstimating it's somewhere around 43, 44, 45 laps for a tank of fuel. I'm sure the guys will be looking for a set of tires then. I'm assuming that most of the guys will probably take 4 tires every time they stop. They have 3 sets of tires in the pits. So if you get a set of tires, 4 tires every 45 laps, you should have plenty of tires to last you the 145 laps and still be good to go. But again, different strategies. Everyone has a different playbook in the back of their mind. We'll have to wait and see what they decide to do with it. Ryan Messer has actually dropped back into 6th. Take a quick look and see where Ryan is. Ryan's in the middle. Chris is half a second ahead of him at this moment in the pack. So he has a couple cars right next to him, but no one right there other than the 3. Robbie Stewart. He's right there as well. But that's Ryan on the outside. Taking a look. See if he can gain a little bit of momentum on the outside lane. We'll have to keep an eye on that. He has the 38 trying to give him a push up front. He's right there running side by side with Robbie Stewart. Oh, we have a car just went off. What happened? I believe that's I have to wait and take a quick look back here, but I believe that was the 8. Fred Pennington. I'm not quite sure what happened to him. Let's just back up a little bit. We'll just take a quick look and see what happened to Fred, how he got off the track just a little bit. Excuse me for backing up the track here. Okay, we're just going to follow along real quickly. He was in 2nd place. I believe the 9 came up. I think he got a little squirrely. And I believe the 9 was right there. He just got a little loose on the turn. Slid down. He saved it without any major problems. But it did put him from 2nd place all the way back to 6th position. He's slowly working his way back up there now. So let's go back up to the lead lap. Oh, Ryan Messer's crashed. Ryan Messer's crashed. Let's take a look at that. He's in the 16. The Menards car on the outside lane. The 3 of Robbie Stewart came up into the side of him. Got him sideways. He got back into the side of Robbie Stewart. The 2 of them, Robbie's going right straight for the wall. Terry Duguay got into Robbie Stewart. He ran into him hard. The 88 was pushing the 16. Pushed in his grill a little bit. Not terrible, but not great either for the 88. Robbie Stewart. We'll go back and take a look at Robbie Stewart. Robbie Stewart was into this. We're going to follow along with him. I'm going to try to back this up. See if I get a little bit better camera angle. Robbie Stewart came up, got into Ryan Messer. Got into him, put him into the wall. Terry Duguay ran right into the front of him. That sent Robbie Stewart for a heck of a spin. All right, we're going to go back live. A lot of guys are coming into the pit lanes now. Pretty much all the drivers are coming into pit lane. Actually, they all are. Nobody's on the track at the moment. They're all getting a big rush to get off of pit lane. We still have a bunch of cars still on pit lane, waiting to come off. We'll go back up at this moment in time. Jason Haney is in the lead in the 9 car. Nick Radder. I apologize, Nick. In the 23, he's in second position at this moment in time in the Goodrich car. Zach Ronchich is in third on the outside. Robbie Darnell's fourth, and Fred Pennington is in the 5th position. So everyone's going to recycle. We're going to see if we can get this running again. Everyone's out of the pits. The 14, Terry Duguay, and the 1 are still in the pits. 1 is just coming out of the pits now. Terry Duguay is still in the pits at this moment in time. Still getting some repairs done. Again, there are no fast repairs in this league, so if you have repairs that need to be done, you need to sit in there and wait until they are done. Alex Miller, 5702, says it's a long race. My boys got this. Robbie Stewart and Chris Pfaff. They very well may. It's a long race, a long way to go. So again, Terry Duguay still in the pits. We're going to wait and see if he can get back out again. That's Robbie Stewart. He's just coming back into the pits. He's getting a little bit more repairs done. The 1 is out. But Dylan, he's going around the back, catching up to the guys in the back. Now the lights are off on the pace car. So there's the 3. Robbie Stewart's coming back out again. Terry Duguay just blinked. I'm not sure what's going on with Terry, if he's still in the pits or if he's done for the evening. Hopefully he's not done for the evening. It's still early yet. Okay. So we're going to go back up to the flag stand. Here they come in the distance. Barney the flag man got the green flag in the air. Ready to wave it. Green flag's flying. Here we go, boys. We're racing again. The 9's getting a push by the 44. But the 23 is getting a good push from the 38 as well. But the 9's pulling away. Robbie Darnell's giving him a good push, got him going. We've got Fred Pennington right there in the back as well, giving a good push. The 23 is dropping back, actually. Not quite sure what happened. He got a bad push, or a bad start off the get-go on that run. I'll tell you what, the 9 is going. Robbie Darnell gave him a good push off the start-finish line, and they are just gone. That whole inside line is just gone. Well, right now, everybody's looking good. Looks like Terry Duguay's still on pit lane. The 3 of Robbie Stewart's trying to catch up to the back of the pack. He had some damage, but he's trying to catch up to the back of the pack now. Go back and take a look. There's Robbie. He's got a little bit of a damage in the front of his grill. Back up to the front of the pack. That looks like the 22, Chris Pfaff. Oh, look, 44, Robbie Darnell. He almost went into off. He saved it. That's a good driving, Robbie. He saved that car. Didn't go off the track. Really good job of driving right there by Robbie. That could have been bad. Back up to Jason Haney. Take a look and see what he's doing. He's still up there at the front of this pack. But the 22 is right there. He's taking a look. He wants the front of this thing. '23's right there pushing him. So Chris Pfaff is now in the lead. We're going to go back out, take a quick look, see if we can fade out the camera a little bit. We have a ton of cameras here tonight, guys. Oh no, okay, there he goes. We just crashed. I believe that was John Held? No. Nick Ratter. Nick Ratter crashed. Let's take a quick look. See if we can go back and take a look at this. He's in the 23. We can zoom in on him. He was in second position. Looked like the 38 got in behind him just a little bit. Got him a little sideways. That was all she wrote. He went straight for the inside wall. He had her locked up in the front. And he couldn't save it, though. He was right into the wall with that. Wow. We're going to go back and take a look. See if I can rewind this, get a little bit better look. And see if we can see what might have happened. Well, there's a Mountain Dew car. Really don't have that good of an angle. Let me see if I can get Joe's. Okay, there we go. So the 38's right there. It could be net code. It's hard to say. So the 38 got into the back of him, gave him a little bit of a nudge, and that's all she wrote. And he went for a ride. Hard on the front end of that car for sure. He's going to need definite pit repairs. All right, we're going to go back to live again. Back up with the leader. It looks like Zach is now in the lead, actually, after that. James Small is in second. Jason Haney is in third. Brandon Hartwell is in fourth. Fred Pennington is in fifth. Kyle Heath in sixth. Rick Adams is in seventh. Robert Chiswick is up in eighth. Chris Pfaff is in ninth. And Ryan Messer is in 10th position. And they're just cycling around the back, going on to the back straightaway at this moment in time. Just taking their time. There's a lot of cars on pit lane. They're just getting off pit lane now. See if we can bring up pit lane. I have so many cameras here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that I really have to look and see where I'm looking at. Because, again, I have a bunch of them. I bet you I have about 49 camera angles. So to look and see which camera angle I want to use every time, it gets a little bit interesting, to say the least. Because I have a full selection of camera angles, without a doubt, here tonight. We'll go back up and take a look. Coming by the flag stand. Light should be off on the pace car this time around. Go up to the leader, take a look out his windshield. The lights are off on the pace car. So we're just waiting for it to go around one more time. We'll get this thing restarted. It looks like Zach wants to take the outside line, but it looks at things. Again, it's up to the leader of the race if he wants the inside line or the outside line. So it looks like Zach in the lead is going to start on the outside this time around. He's going to let James Small in the 61 take the inside. sometimes you might spin your tires a little bit more. Maybe he's finding that maybe he's spinning his tires on restarts down on the lower side. Maybe he figures that he's going to get a better run on the upper side. It's hard to say. But we're going to run through this, take a look. They're going into turn 3 now. Slow but sure. Around the turn. Coming into turn 4. The pace car will jump off this time around. There goes the pace car. Pace car's on pit lane. Go back up to Barney in the flag stand. He's got the green flag in the air and he's waving it. We're going racing again, guys. Here we go. We got a big jump out front. At 38. He's got the 25. Brendan Hartwell giving him a big push. Followed by Kyle Heath. Brandon and Kyle, long-term drivers of the S.R.U. Dave Bush series. They're definitely giving Zach a good push. There's Brandon going low. Brandon's going low to go by him on the inside. There's Kyle right there going with him. And then we have Ryan Messer going with him again as well. The three of them just taking them on the inside and just going to drive along. There's Zach. He just dropped down to the inside as well. They're forming up a line. And away they go. Again, we're just looking at all our camera angles, seeing which would be the best camera angle to show everyone back at home what's going on with these cars. I'll tell you what, they're running really tight. You see the sparks flying. They definitely got them set up low tonight. The undercarriage of these cars are definitely dragging on the corners, trying to get every second that they can out of the speed of these cars. Because sometimes it does. It comes down to seconds at the end of the race. We definitely have a run. Brandon Hartwell out front, driving away. Kyle Heath second, Ryan Messer third, James Small fourth. Fred Pennington is in fifth. Those are your top 5. Everyone else is just falling in behind. We have the 7 and Nate Webb, and Nick Radler is in the back. They're spaced out a little bit. They're a couple seconds back trying to catch up to the pack. Terry Duguay is still in the pits trying to see what he can do with it. We got Terry Duguay, actually. He may be out of it. I'm going to grab on to Terry. Let's see what he got to say. Hey, Terry, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here, Art. How you know?
Not too bad, buddy. Hey, I'll tell you what, you had a little bit of trouble there. A little run-in to look at Robbie Stewart there earlier.
Yeah, I was running good. I was up into 9th, and I was just driving around following everybody, and that accident happened in front of me, and then we're done.
Oh no! I've been watching it. I've been wanting to see, like hoping you were going to get out of the pits here, but you didn't get out of the pits, unfortunately. So, you're welcome to the booth, my man. So, you still
right.
You still have camera angles, so you can still see on the track. So, do you? Yeah. The question: do you know how many laps it was for a tank of fuel?
Yeah, there was what was it, about 46, I think it was.
46. All right. So that's good to know. Right on. So yes, it's good to have you up here in the booth. We're just watching Brandon Hartwell, Kyle Heath, and Ryan Messer all taking off with this thing. They're all spread out.
Kyle, first lap, right on the restart, I got 4X because Kyle blacked out and had 4X, and then I thought we were going to struggle with the car, but then we pulled away and was following the lead pack. But anyway, I'm watching your YouTube broadcast, and then I'm just watching the cars in my race setup here too.
All right. Well, I tell you what, in your race setup there, you can kind of keep an eye maybe closer to the back of the pack, and I'll keep an eye on the front of the pack. Between the two of us, we can kind of see what's going on here, because they're definitely running in a straight line at the moment at the front. They look pretty bunched up in the back, though. They're pretty tight in the back. They're going too wide, whatnot, eh?
Yeah, the first 7 or 8 cars are all lined up and they're 2x2 wide at the back. This track, it seems you let off the gas, you go faster for some reason, but everybody seems to be working all right now.
They seem to be all right. Yes, that's right. So I was going to ask you while I had you there, I don't know, I mean, you didn't turn a lot of laps, but how was the right front hanging out? Was the right front wearing down pretty bad, was it, on the car, or was it not too bad here tonight?
I thought it was working pretty good. Right before the wreck happened there, I heard everybody was getting a little loose in, loose off, but to set up my car, I never let off the gas the whole first 14 laps I was in.
Oh, really?
I just had to let off the fuel a little bit so I wouldn't run over the guy in front of me.
Right on, yeah. Well, you did look good out there while you were out there, for sure. So we definitely were bunching it back up again. We're back up to 2 wide for the majority of the pack here now. We still have the 3 cars out in front, Brandon, Kyle, and Ryan. They're still running away with this, but I'll tell you, the rest of the pack there, they're all going 2x2. There's actually Kyle going up around Kyle Heath.
Kyle Heath's taking her on the outside there now, yeah.
He tried to. Ryan's looking on the inside. He's still looking. He's going to see what he can do with it.
By the way the cars are set up tonight in this track, if you're in the lead pack, you've got a chance to be there at the end.
Okay, yes. So they're not working good in dirty air, but they're working good in the clean air up front. Is that what you think there, Terry?
Well, yeah, if you're out front, you don't have, they find the air was good around anywhere. It's like I was mid-pack there when I was running, and I was high and low, and then I went up to 7th, and I got out of the mess for a little bit and went to the back. Maybe I should have stayed up there, might have missed that wreck, but I thought the car was handling pretty good everywhere.
Right on.
Track's cool, lots of traction.
Okay. Just after a long run, though, the right front starts to go away, and I did a race the other day there at this track with the trucks, and the trucks were burning up their right rears. They were burning up the right rear on the truck, but the truck is a little bit lighter on the rear end compared to the cars, so a little bit different setup, obviously. So,
yeah, I just went in the garage there. My right rear was the worst, but the right front usually wears out, but it was the best tire in the car. And the 2 insides were 87s. The right front was 80, and the right front was 92. So it's pretty good handling of brake tonight.
There you go. Yes, because it's usually 9 times out of 10 you always have trouble with your right front. So that's the norm, I guess, as a rule. But anyway.
Rule, yeah.
Brandon Hartwell still out front. He's followed by Kyle Heath and Ron Messers right there. The 3 of them single file. And then we go back into 2x2. From there on back, Fred Pennington, Al Likens are the first 2 cars going side by side. Actually, Fred just pulled in front of Al Likens. So now we have 5 cars in single file run, running down the back straightaway.
Larry Blair sneaking up there in 9th out. He started at the rear. He's coming through. He usually hits and holds pretty well, so he's working all right.
Yes, he's sitting back there in the Tony the Tiger car, actually the 73. So he's looking pretty good back there. But I'm just kind of looking around there. Robbie Darnell was up in the front there in the 44, so he slipped back. He got into a little bit of an altercation there a little bit earlier, but he's back up, working his way back up. He's in 13th, heading back up to the front. But again, it's the guys up front. But there is the 30. That's the 88 of Al Likens. He's looking on the outside now, seeing if he can do something. There's Kyle Heath looking the block. Go back out to the wider camera angle. So Al Likens is right there. And the 75 of John Held is undecided. He looked like he was going to come out and follow Al Likens, but he decided to stay on the inside lane. So we have Fred Pennington and Al Likens side by side for 3rd place, fighting it out. We're going to take a quick look at the battle box here. Take a look. We have Brendan Hartwell, Nate Webb now. He's already down a lap, and he's only about 4.5 seconds in front of our leader. So he doesn't get going. He's going to get lapped again. So we're going to have to take a look at that and keep an eye on that. Did I see the 88 have trouble? I thought I seen Al Likens drop back. We'll have to go back and take a look. I thought he did something there while I was looking at the battle box.
I thought Kyle Heath just said he got into him a little bit, so he's fallen back there. He went back. Where is he at now? The 88. He went back a few positions.
Yeah.
I was just going to look through the field, see who has got up in Arax, and see if how many people has the front end damage. Doesn't look too bad.
I'm just looking. Kyle Heath, actually, Al Likens went to the inside, and the 75 got into the back end of him. Just gave him a little bit of a nudge. I'm just kind of following along right now. It looks like the 75 got into the back end of him. He saved it, but he did go to the bottom lane down onto the apron. I'm just watching the replay here now. And he went onto the grass, actually, a little bit. I don't know if that saved him or not. There's a lot of grass flying through the air. And he basically...
75 gave him a little boost there because he cut him off, cut in front of him. So he's going to save it, I guess. He cut some grass there. Yeah, he did get a little bit of grass, but...
Yeah, he did save it, though. So we're going to get back up to the live. And we'll go back up to the leader. Again, right now, Al Likens is back. He's about 10 seconds off the pace from the leaders. So there
Hartwell's still out front.
Hartwell's still out front, and he's catching up to Nick. And Nick's actually pulling off to the side in the 23. Let him go by. No, actually, that's the 7 car, I believe. That's Nate Webb. Nate Webb just pulled over and let Brandon Hartwell by. So he's definitely on a mission. I would say Brandon's on a mission. He's going.
He's on his way. Looked like Nick was last man on the lead lap there. He's pulled over and go stop into the back there. He might have gone a lap down, but Mark's back in the back. Robert Cheswick, Mark Lett, Robbie Stewart. He got back out there. That's Robbie. I hit him. I thought I might have damaged him, but he's back out there running too.
Right on. He's doing good. He's back out there. Yes, he is. The 7, the 88, they're both, the 88's in the middle of the backstretch, and 7's just going into turn 4. Everyone else is going across the start and finish line. So the 7's back quite a little ways, and the 23's back quite a little ways as well. And the 88, Al Likens, he's back about 13 seconds off the lead lap, or off the leader, I guess you might say. So he's definitely going
to... Once you get a pack of cars together tonight, there is quite a draft in there. If you lose that draft, they're a good second quicker than you were. I didn't realize in this track, but once you get off the draft, you're back there.
Yes, I was mentioning that a little bit earlier in the broadcast here, that it plays not quite like Daytona or Talladega, but there is still a draft factor here because it is such a big track and it's such an open track. It's 3 lanes wide at least. And if you can get onto the back end of a car, or you get a few cars in a pack, you definitely get a draft, and you definitely gain, like a few tenths at least, going around this track.
You're going about 165 to 172 miles an hour, so once you get up to that speed, there's air. Certainly helps or hurts your car.
Exactly. So Brandon Hartwell, he's still leading this thing. Kyle Heath is in second. And then we have Fred Pennington in the 8 car. He is in third. Ryan Messer, he's in 4th right now. Dylan Picklesimmer, he's new, I believe. I don't remember seeing him here before, and I apologize for the pronunciation on his name. He's in
1 car, yeah.
He's in 5th in the 1 car, yes. John Heldon's in the 75 in the 6th position. Chris Pfaff is in the 22 and 7th at this moment in time. Jason Haney, he's in the 9 car in 8th position. Zach Ronjix is in the 38 car in 9th position. Larry Blair is up to 10th position in the 73. So, yeah, Larry Blair, if you look at the bottom of your screen right now, you see him sitting in a cart. He is a cart driver. That's what he does. He drives carts. So it's a pretty good time for him to do that. And actually, he's getting into remote control cars. So he's got a racetrack, a big racetrack. He's part of a league down there in Kentucky, and they're doing remote control car races as well. So he's got his fingers into a little bit of everything, actually.
Yeah, he's kind of the race control for that remote control car league, I believe. He's a race director and does a few things to work around the track, keep things going for them.
Yes, absolutely. He's been in the broadcast booth for the karting end of things, and he's doing the remote control cars, off-road remote control cars, and yeah, he definitely knows his stuff, though. I'll tell you what, Larry Blair's a good guy. So Brandon Hartwell, he's still out in the lead. He's just walking away from this thing at this moment in time. Everybody's looking good, though. I mean, you look at Ryan Messer. He's coming up on the outside. Chris Pfaff right behind him. They're taking a look and see what he can see. Go ahead and take a look out.
His push there from the other four. There's four lined up, so if he gets a little push there, he'll be able to catch them.
He will. I'm just taking a look at the
coming there now.
Outside. We'll take a look from the roof cam. I got a roof cam there now, so we'll take a look. He's right there. Let's go to the left front. So he's definitely going to buy the 13. He's almost up to the 25. So if he can get up to the 25, he's going to definitely try to take the lead away from Brandon Hartwell. So we're just going to take...
Start get a little loose in, loose off now. They got about 30 laps on these tires, so they'd be thinking of getting into the pits here soon for another set of good years.
Exactly. They're all running about 31 laps. You see on the battle box or in the pit strategy box there now. We have a couple guys out there with 40 laps on their cars. You see them in blue, and the ones on the right side are now at 32 in yellow, in the gold. So they are definitely going to be coming in here. Probably the ones in blue for sure. Rodnick, Hartwell, Heath, Pennington, Adams, Haney, Small, Chiswick. I'm seeing all those guys coming in here shortly. I would say another 4 or 5 laps, they'll be coming into pit. So we'll have to keep an eye out and see where they are.
Sure, it looks like the lights are coming on the stadium too. I think this race heads into the darkness, so that'll help some of the handling too.
That'll cool the track down a little bit for sure. So save the tires up a little bit. You'll be all right for driving along. So you should be okay, I would think. So Ryan Messer, though, he's right there. He's looking on the outside there. While we were talking, Brandon Hartwell, he dropped back, and Ryan Messer is now in the lead. Not by much, but he's in the lead of this thing. So we're going to take a look and see if I can get a better look here. We got the 38 pushing him. The 38
22 is pushing.
Go ahead, Terry.
The 22 is pushing Ryan there. Chris Flapp.
Yeah. Okay. The 38 just jumped out. He just passed the 16. Ryan Messer. The one's right behind him. Dylan Pickle Simmer. He's right there. So it's now Zach in the 38. The one of Dylan Pickle Simmer. I can't say that 5 times fast. I'll tell you what. And then Chris Pfaff. He's in the 22. He's in third. Jeremiah Nelson. He's in fourth now, and Brandon Hartwell dropped all the way back to fifth. So everyone's just kind of squared away. I'm sure they're all looking at, they got to come in for a pit strategy here, tires and whatever. We're going to start seeing them coming in because they're running 44 laps now. And I would say this time or the next time, they're going to be coming into the pit lane. I would have to say, Rodnick's Zach in the 38 will be the first one coming in.
Yeah, get down low, guys. They'll need to get down low to get into pit road.
Now Zach in the
44
Zach in the 38, he just went high actually, so he's not coming in this time for sure. So he's going to try to milk it for another lap. But I'll tell you what, he's going to be pushing it if he's going to run out of fuel. he's got Chris Pfaff right on the back door there giving him a push. But you have let's see, you have, who's that there now? That's 88 of Al Lycan. Al Lycan's right up there, but he's a lap down. So he's kind of blocking everything at this moment in time on the inside line.
Oh, hitting is going to start now. They got to take that long road around. They got to get off early in turn 3, I think it is. Go around the bottom line. So a lot of guys pitted are getting in. There's 1, 2, 3, 5 cars coming at us.
Okay, yes, I see Brandon Hartwell, Kyle Heath, Jason Haney, Larry Blair, Marco Lett, Robbie Darnell. They are all in the pits. They just came in. They're just pitting now. So I was thinking, I'm still looking at the 38. He's really pushing it for his fuel window. I would think that he should be coming in.
Oh, we had a spinner there coming in. Just got her straightened out coming down pit road. Who was that coming in? The 5th, 6th car just spun pit road.
Robert Chiswick? Robert Chiswick was spinning?
No, I don't think it was Robbie. I'd have to go back and see who it was.
I'm just backing Robert up, but I don't see him spinning there coming into pit lane, so he looks good there that I can see. No, it's not Robert, so I'm not quite sure who it might have been. So there's, okay, so we have a bunch of guys that are all coming back out. Robert Chiswick is still in the pits. So Zach in the 38, he's dropped back, but he definitely be really pushing it for fuel. Zach Pennington's at 48 laps, or Ronzich, I apologize. And he's up to 48 laps. Small's up to 48 laps. These guys are really pushing the window as far as how much they're getting for fuel out of their tanks.
Yeah, they're running out. It was the 44 Robbie Darnell that kind of didn't really spin her in the pit. He just nosed her into the wall and got straightened away and then carried on.
Okay. So John Held just came into the pits. Rick Adams is in the pit lane now as well. So I'm really surprised. A few of these guys are really milking the fuel out of these tanks tonight.
Yeah.
50 laps for Pennington.
Just heard on the 88 and the 81 is pitting this time. 88 and 81's pitting this time.
Yeah, the 38 to 22, the 3 Robbie Stewart, the 61 James Small, they're all coming in. John Held's coming, or just going out. Rick Adams is in. Nate Webb just came in. A lot of these guys just coming into the pit lane now.
It looks by your battle box, they got at least 46 laps in, so we know we got another 46 3-pitter tonight.
Well,
that's all the tires they got.
There's at least 3 of them got 50 laps out of their tank of fuel, so that's amazing. That's amazing when, 70% fuel. And when I was talking to the guys, like yourself too, everyone was thinking 44, 45 laps maximum. So it's getting tight now. I thought the 61 might have been in trouble there, but he got it, no problem at all.
Jason Small.
Yeah, I thought he was going to have trouble with the Monster Energy car coming in.
Oh yeah, right there, just watching that. We just missed them.
You just missed them coming
in there when you're cruising 40 miles an hour.
There you go. So they're all coming back out now. They're all looking pretty good. We're going to go back up to the leader right now, Mark Kochik, and actually he's coming in. Mark's coming in right now. He was leading this thing, but now he's coming in. So I believe that cycles Ryan Messer back up to the lead of this thing. The way it reads to me right now, it shows that
it's either Dylan, Mark. Yeah, it's either Dylan or Ryan that's coming in or leading the race there now.
Yes, Ryan Messer is in the lead. Kyle Heath in second. Brandon Hartwell's in third. Jason Haney is in fourth. John Held in fifth. Dylan Picklesimmer is in sixth. Fred Pennington in seventh. Jeremiah Nelson is in eighth, I guess. Fred Pennington is in eighth now. They just swapped. Chris Pfaff is in ninth, and Robbie Darnell is in 10th. So, we get the 9 just getting into the 42. Straighten them up a little bit. Go back and take a look. The 42 just had some issues. Rick Adams, we're going to back him up. The caution did not come out. We're going to back him up. We're going to take a quick look. See if I can take a better look at that. We're going to try to take a better look.
Kyle Heath just pulled into the lead. 42 must have had some issues there. He touched the wall and slowed up.
He was just coming out, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But he got in and he got tagged in the back by the 9. The 9 got into the back of him and put him up into the wall, put him sideways, and then put him up into the wall. And then he bounced off the wall there, just watching the replay now. And he was able to save it, I do believe. Everybody else was passing on the low side of him. But that was a heck of a hit.
He gave them lots of room. The other 9 car must not have been paying attention. He ran right in the back.
Not quite sure. But there, Rick Adams, he's coming into the pits now, it looks like. So he's coming in. We're going to go back up. Brandon Hartwell, he's in the lead of this thing again. Ryan Messer, he got by Ryan Messer. So Ryan Messer's in second. Kyle Heath is in third. Dylan Picklesimmer is in fourth. And Fred Pennington is in fifth. And there is Kyle Heath going around Ryan Messer on the outside. And there's also the 88. of Al Likens. So Al Likens is still up there trying to hold on to his lead, but he is, well, not his lead, I should say. He's trying to hang on to what he has for lap, being a lap car. I believe he's on the lead lap right now, but he's just about ready to be passed by Dylan Picklesimmer. And as soon as he does, he will be another lap down. We're going to go down and see if I can bring up my other box and just to take a look and see what position he's in right now.
I took a quick look at
currently
Rick Adams' car. It looks pretty good on the front end, just the back end now. I'm just seeing him pit. Maybe he's got a flat or something, but the front looks pretty good. We must be just pitting in there, going down another lap or two here now to go in and look and see what's going on with his hot rod.
Okay, that's Rick Adams there. Okay, we're just bringing him up. Rick Adams currently 20th position. So he's driving the 42. So he's actually out on the track in 20th position. So he's back out on the track again. So we're just waiting for them to come around. Right now, Dylan Picklesimmer is in the lead in the one car. Fred Pennington is in second. Brandon Hartwell is in third. Jeremiah Nelson in fourth. Ryan Messer is in fifth. Kyle Heath is in sixth. John Held in seventh. Chris Pfaff is in eighth. Robbie Darnell is in ninth. And Mark Ouellette is in 10th position. I'll tell you what, the cars are awfully low tonight, Terry, because I'm seeing a lot of sparks every time they go around a turn. Just about everyone is dragging the undercarriage of their car.
Yeah, it's getting pretty dark out, so you see a lot of that stuff going on. You see when we race this series in the daytime, so sparks will give it a little more something to look at.
There you go, a little bit more excitement, huh? There you go.
Yeah. So we still have the top 10 or 12 all nose to tail there. It's going to be still interesting.
We do. Well, it's the top 7, and then after that, Chris Pfaff is 9 seconds off the leader. But the seventh place car, John Held, he's half a second behind the leader, and then Chris Pfaff is about 9.5 seconds behind the leader, and that's that second pack. So we'll go back to that second pack. So Chris is leading the second pack of 7 cars, and then we're going to go all the way back to James Small, and then we have Al Likens leading the next pack. But actually, he's with the lead pack. Actually, he's waiting to go a lap down. He's fighting tooth and nail, trying not to let Dylan Picklesimmer get by him, so that way he can maintain staying on the lap. I bet you he's just begging and hoping that somebody's going to wreck or crash somewhere, so he can get his lap back and get back into the main pack. We're just trying to take a look and see if we can see a couple more angles from the blimp. But that's a little bit far away, so we'll have to go and see if we can find a different camera angle. We'll go up to the drones.
Get into your chopper view. That'll give you a nice angle.
Well, I have 49 cameras. We have Whiplash Sim Cams. He has provided me with a lot of different camera angles. And we have 49 different camera angles. When you have iRacing only gives you about 15, 16 camera angles to a track.
Right, yeah.
And right now I have about 49 different camera angles. So I really have to go up and down the list to see if I can find the proper camera angle, because sometimes you have too many options. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, so there's Al Likens. He's got a fast car. He's staying ahead of everybody else. But I know he's just hoping and praying that there's going to be a caution come out or something happen. And again, there's no stage breaks in S.R.U. Dave Bush series. There's no fast repairs. So the only way you get a caution in this series is if somebody makes a mistake and they wreck or crash somewhere along the line. That's the only way you're going to get a chance to get a yellow flag come out. And that's exactly what Al Likens is just hoping and praying for right now. Because
looks like the field's coming up on Mark Koslick too. He was pitted later, so he's trying to save more tires, likely knowing Mark.
Yes, Mark usually tends to do that. I'm just looking, where is Mark?
He's probably
There he is in the 18th position. And that's him. They're all coming up on Mark right now. You're right. There goes Mark by, and they're all Mark's staying high. He's staying high and going up, gonna let everybody pass on the inside of him. So that'll put him actually, I believe, 2 laps down. Just go down and take a quick look and see where Mark is. Mark is currently 18th position. And I believe
3 laps down. That put him 3 laps down, I guess.
Is it 3 laps for Mark now? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is 3.
Yes, sir. And well, yes, you have access to that now, Terry. So what is the 88 car, Al Likens? What is he? Oh, we have a caution. We have a caution just came out. We're just going to take a look. Chris Pfaff crashed.
88 was in 13th position. The next car to go a lap down, so he just got lucky with the caution. Now
we were just talking about the cautions, and there it was. That's what happened. Okay, so it looks like Chris got a little push from the back. He came off the turn, got just a little bit sideways, tagged the inside wall. Doesn't look like he tagged it really badly, but he's coming back up the track. As long as he can keep it off the wall, he's holding it. He's trying his best to keep it off the wall. He kept it off the inside wall. He's sliding it sideways. So it looks pretty good for Chris. He's definitely going to need a set of tires when he gets back around.
Yes, he is.
But it looks like he's okay. It looks like he's okay. So we're good to go. We'll go back to live.
Worst thing about that, he spun right at pit entry, so he's have to go all the way around before he can get in.
Oh, yes, and yes, he would. But at least he kept it off the wall, didn't do any car damage, which is awesome for him in the 22. So I'm just looking to see where he is now. He's in 12th position right now. So he's just coming into pit lane there now. We're going to follow him in because I bet you any money he's going to need 4 tires now. Pit strategy, let's see where the boys are. They're only running about 17 to 22 laps on their tires. But where he flat spotted them, I dare say he should be putting tires on that thing.
Yes, and James Smalls might be the lucky fellow. He was the only guy 1 lap down. He might get the lucky dog, get back on the lead lap here.
Exactly, he might be. So we're at lap 94. We've had 3 cautions for 8 laps with 11 lead changes. So we're just going to follow along with Chris and see. We're going to keep an eye on his car. I see he's putting fuel in. I'm not seeing it going up for tires. No, he didn't take any tires at all. He just put fuel in the way he goes. So that's kind of surprising, actually. All right, so Brandon Hartwell now is your leader. John Held in the 75 is second. He's a Canadian. Ryan Messer, he's a Canadian. He's in 3rd position. Then we have Jeremiah Nelson and Kyle Heath in 5th. Robbie Stewart in 6th. Larry Blair in 7th. Fred Pennington is in 8th. Marco Lett in 9th. And Robbie Darnell is the 10th position. And then we have Chris Pfaff that just had the accident there. Brought out the caution. He's sitting there in 11th position right now. Again, he did not take tires. That may or may not come into play a little bit later on.
Yes, and Alan Likens 12th, and Larry Blair's 13th, and James Small got back lead laps 14th. Still got Robert and Zachary and Nate 1 lap down.
They're all 1 lap down. Okay.
Yeah.
Dylan Picklesimmer, he's just coming back out again into 14th position, it looks like.
Yeah, the 1 car, he must have stayed. Did he get a little bit of damage in that, or he just went in and got some fresher tires?
I didn't really catch to see what he did for repairs. I see he's on the way back out. He's in 3rd. He's in the turn 3 right now, trying to catch up the pack. The pack is just between turns 1 and 2.
I'll check the pit there road. He must have got caught for speeding or something because he spent a lot of time. He did take tires. He took rights.
Just the right side?
Right. No, he took rights and lefts.
Okay, so he took all 4 tires. Okay.
But then he just sat there for a while. I wonder what he must have had some damage, getting the damage fixed up, because I see the 21 and the 44 and the 88 took off and he still sat there. So he must have got some damage fixed up.
Or he could have come in the pit lane a little bit hot. He might have got a penalty for unsafe pit entrance.
Right.
So you never know. You never know. So, yes, this is turning into an interesting race. I was saying earlier there that because the SRU Dave Bush guys been racing together for a long time now. We do have a lot of new drivers with us this year, and it's adding a definite interest to the racing. But the SRU guys don't usually have trouble. That like we don't have a whole lot of yellow flags because everybody gets to know each other. So we have a bunch of new drivers. So they're all good drivers, but everybody's still trying to get used to everybody else the way their driving style is, right?
Driving style, and sometimes the car setup every week. Tracks are always different, so it's a little tougher that way. I guess we're getting ready to go green here now. Back to you.
Yeah, no, we're definitely already green. You got a little bit of delay watching where you're watching from, because we have Brandon Hartwell in the lead, Ryan Messer's in second, Kyle Heath in third, Fred Pennington is in fourth, and John Held is in fifth. They're running nose to tail, pretty much the whole bunch of them right now, and we're just kind of after that they're in the 2x2 all the way down the rest of the pack. So Al Lycan. Go ahead.
After pit stops, he went back to 13th, so he's got some work to do.
Yes, he was up in the front there, so he's definitely off the pace. So, but he is coming back up a little bit. He's in 12th, so we'll have to keep an eye and see if he can beat his way back up through the crowd. Now, the fellas that have been there all night long, Brandon Hartwell, Ryan Messer, Kyle Heath, Fred Pennington, these four guys right at the front, they've been there pretty much all night long. So we'll have to kind of keep an eye and see if they can last another 47 laps and see if they can pull this thing off. One of these guys can pull it off.
Good to see Robbie Stewart up there. When I hit him when I crashed out, I must have helped his car out because he's up there in 5th.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's just cruising along up there. So sometimes you get a little ding in the car there. Sometimes it dents the fender and it makes it a little bit narrower so it doesn't cut through the air as bad.
Helps it out.
They're all running nose to tail now. Everyone is nose to tail. Not a problem at all. No one's having any major issues. Just watching them all go by. We're going to crank it up a little bit here for a minute. Let these guys go by and we'll just listen to them fly by. And you gotta love the sound of those engines as they go cursing by on the track. So, then again, you used to do this for real life. You sold your car now, but you were in this thing for real life there, Terry. You know what this sounds like.
Yep. Well, usually when you're sitting in the car, you got your headset on, you can't really hear a lot of noise. You try to drown out the engine because you need to hear your spotter, or some of these guys too. It's a lot noisier outside the car than it is inside.
Without a doubt, especially when you get multiple cars going by you, again, you're right. You have your headset on, you have a little bit of ear protection sitting behind the wheel. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's fun sitting in the grandstands and watch these guys go by at 100 and some odd miles an hour.
A lot of noise. If you ever been through a NASCAR race, it's just not the noise too. It rumbles your chest. You can hear the vibration right through your chest when they roll by.
Exactly. Well, the only place that I've ever been, I've been to Bristol. I can say that I've been to Bristol for a weekend for all 3 series trucks, Xfinity and the Cup cars. But that was a number of years ago, so it was quite the thing to go to the Coliseum. It was quite the thing to see, without a doubt.
Now, a lot of these guys, when they're in their car, the real car, if I don't know, a lot of these guys have their sound set up. You can hear the cars a little bit. You can tell when they're on the outside or at your door because you can see them a little bit, but you can also hear the engine going by you.
Exactly. We have a lot of fellows there from North Carolina there. We have Nate Webb, R.J. Jones, Brandon Sheets, Chris Pfaff, Robbie Stewart. All these guys are from North Carolina. Jason Adams from South Carolina. These guys got NASCAR right in their backyard, so I'm sure that they've all been to a track or 2 or 3 in their day. So I'm a little envious that have all these nice NASCAR tracks just down the street from where they live. So we have Brandon is still in the lead. Ryan Messer is in second. Kyle Heath is in third. Fred Pennington is still in fourth. Robbie Stewart is still rounding out the top 5. Everyone is minding their P's and Q's. I see Ryan Messer, he's taking a look on the outside a little bit. Decided to get back in the line, staying right behind Brandon. Again, we have 40 laps to go now. So I'm thinking most of these guys can make it. Well, they all have 11 laps on their car. We have seen a couple cars do 50 laps, but we have 40 more laps to go. Most of these guys will be pushing 51, 52 laps by the time they get to the green-white checker. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight for a few of these guys. If we stay green all the way, Terry, I think we're going to have some cars running out of fuel.
Hey, it's going to be close. You never know.
Well, again, we have seen a few cars. They were, they're getting a little tight there. The 8's pushing on the 16, and the 13's pushing on the 8 a little bit. So, you know, they're kind of saying, let's go, boys. So they're getting a little aggressive at the front of the pack. These top 4 cars are starting to get a little aggressive here, I would say. But no, as I said, go ahead.
Oh, we got the 25 and the 16 and the 8, the 13 and 3 and the 73 all together there.
Okay, that's Larry Blair and them all back there, yes. Yeah, they're all back there as well. But I'm looking at Ryan Messer and stuff. Ryan's still looking on the outside. He's still taking a peek every now and then on the outside of Brandon, trying to see if he can do anything with it. I'm just looking to see if I can find a little bit better camera angle. I do have my drones, so we'll go back up into one of the drones that I have, and we can take a look and see. There's the 8. The 8's getting a little squirrely back there. He's going above and below the red line there on the apron. So he was getting a little squirrely. He might be being pushed by the 13. And
he's kind of making some moves in the back there with Dylan. He's on the outside now. He's picking them off one at a time. He's up to 8th.
Yeah, oh, in the white one car. Yes, in the one car. Yeah, he jumped out to the outside. And I don't know if that's hurting him now or not, because it looks like he's dropped back, actually. So they're all in a single line right now, nose to tail. So we have the group in the back. We have the 6, Robert Chiswick, and it looks like Nate Webb and Mark Koschik. Those 3 are way in the back. Everyone else up in the front. They're just driving along, pretty much single file. We have, who's in the back there? It looks like Al Likens, possibly. He might be looking. They're starting to double up a little bit in the back. Al Likens is back of the 31, I believe it is.
The one's been trying, Dylan's been trying to get by the 48 there for the last couple of laps.
Oh, by the 88 there of Al Likens, yes.
The 88, Al Likens, yeah, I thought it was 48, 88, yeah.
Yes, he's trying to get by him, but there's actually Al's just got a big push there. He's just jumping to the outside, and he's got to run. So we're just kind of keeping an eye on Al here. Well, he dropped back down in. He had a little bit of a run. They thought better of it, and jumped back in while he's still hit the position before the one got up there and took his slot away. So
looks like a few laps. You get a few laps in the car, it's hard to pass. You got to go single file until, kind of like Daytona, I guess. No one wants to double up and run on the outside. You got to stay single file.
Exactly. Al Likens, he keeps going on the outside on the turns. Looks like he goes a little bit wide. He's got a little bit more horsepower, and then as soon as he gets on the outside line, he seems to lose the power. He loses the speed, and he drops back in the line again. But he's been trying now. Where those guys are back there fighting for position a little bit, I'm seeing a gap now in front of the 31. And let's see, the 31, and who is that in front of him? The 48? 75, I believe it is. Yeah.
75, John Bell, yeah.
Yes, John, 75. So I'm just looking for the 31, and I'm not seeing the 30. I'm just looking at my ticker here. I do not see a 31. So is the 31 car is actually on the ticker as the 48 car. So we have the wrong number on the 31. That was confusing me here, and I noticed it earlier tonight, and then I kind of skipped over it. but I'm just looking now. And okay, so the 31 car that you see on the track is actually the 48 car. So that's the 48 car in your ticker, just so that you know. So
The Monster Energy car's got the wrong number, yeah.
yeah, so every now and then, one of the guys that in trading paints, they can get their proper paint jobs. And actually, I'm just going to reboot the trading paints, make sure that we have all the proper paint jobs. I believe we do. I'm recognizing all the paints, so all the paints should be good. But all the cars going to turn white here just momentarily, because I'm just wondering if the 31 will change his number. Maybe he just has something going on with his trading paints program. And let's see if he comes back as a 31 or if he comes back as a 48. We're just going to keep an eye on him.
Oh, you did just reboot trading
I
paints.
I just rebooted just to be sure, and he's coming back as the 31. He came back as the 31 again. So, yeah, he definitely has the wrong number on his car there tonight. Sometimes when I reboot, if someone has the wrong number, I know I have rebooted the trading paint program and it put them back to their proper number, but that's extremely rare. Usually once they have the wrong number, they've got the wrong number for the rest of the race. So
pay window's getting close to opening. We got some 3 cars now trying to
here we go.
Get the line together and outside.
Here we go. Everybody's coming in. Everybody's coming into pits. A lot of cars coming into pits. We're going to take a look.
See how many speeding tickets now we're going to hand out
here. Now I'm just looking. They got a lot of cars coming into pits. Here they are coming in across. Let's see if anybody locks it up. Oh, we get no. Look. That was the 25. Look at it. That was Brandon Hartwell. He got around sideways. He got spun around.
Out in the grass. Now he's back on pit road.
He's back on pit road.
Rubber.
That's going to hurt him possibly. He was coming in. He was the first car coming in. So we're going to take a quick look. Follow him in. So yes, he came in a little bit hot. He tried to lock it up going across. Now he may also have a speeding penalty going into pit lane because he came in so hot. He very well could.
Right tires and left tires.
Yeah, he's taking all the tires, but he could also have an unsafe pit entry as well. So there's a lot of things that could happen. He's sitting there. He got a black flag. I would say unsafe pit entry or coming in too fast or something, because he's still sitting there on pit lane. So that puts Ryan Messer. Ryan Messer's in the lead of this thing. Actually, he's fighting with Fred Pennington and Jeremiah Nelson. And actually, the two of them are just passing by him. Ryan Messer just has slowed right down. I'm not quite sure what's going on with Ryan. So we're going to take a look, see if I can get back. So right now, Fred Pennington in the 8 car, he's in your lead. Jeremiah Nelson in the 48, which is showing the 31. The 31 car is second position. Al Likens now is up in third. Dylan Picklesimmer is in the 1 car. He's in 4th. Ryan Messer is in 5th. Everyone else is a lap down as of right now. Everyone else. They only have these 5 cars that are on the lead lap, but I don't think that they've come back in yet. We're just going to take a quick look at the pit strategy. Pennington, he has 27 laps. Nelson, 27. Likens, 27. Picklesimmer, 27. Messer, 27. Rondix in 6th position. He's on 45 laps, so he's pushing it. But he's also a lap down. So we'll have to keep an eye on these guys and see who's going to go for pits and who's going to try to push it and try to stay out. We have 24 laps to go. What do you think they're going to do, Terry? Do you think they're going to stay out? Think somebody's going to try to risk it? They have 28.
I'm not sure who's out there. I thought everybody pitted by now. Everybody that was in the top 5 has pitted. So
well, I would say that they're going to have to come in. They're already, these top 5 cars are running 29 laps on their car right now, and there's 23 laps to go. That'll put them at 52 laps. And I don't know if they can do 52 laps. I really don't. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this. You know, if somebody wants to push it, I can see cars running out of fuel before they get to before they get to the start-finish line. But Fred Pennington right now in the 8 car, he's taking everyone to school. He's leading this pack. Jeremiah Nelson in 2nd. Al Likens in third. Dylan Picklesimmer's in fourth. And Ryan Messer is in fifth place. So we're going to have to wait and see. I'm going to take a look at his windshield. He's coming up on the back of Robbie Darnell. If he gets by him, he's going to put him down another lap.
And we got 7 cars, 6 other cars ahead of Robbie that are 1 lap down. We're going to have to get moving.
There he goes. He's back. He's past Robbie. There's the 31 or the 48, depending on which way you look at him. He's right there on the back end. So he's just trying to see what he can see. See if he can get by. He's taking a look. He's taking a look, see what he can see, but I don't know if he can see much. I wanted to go up and take, while I got a chance, I got to go and see where is, I'm looking for, oh my goodness. Someone told me that they did some work and they tried to put their camera so that way I'd be able to get a good look at their hood, but I'll have to go up and take a look. I'll take a look at that. I'll figure that out in a minute. I'll try to remember who it was. I believe it was Fred Pennington. So if he's got... Yes, okay, so I can just see it there now in front of the camera on the roof of his car. He said he put Pirate Broadcasting on the little white square on the roof of his car. That looks like it'd be the Pirate Broadcasting sticker. Can't quite see it in focus, but that's looking off the roof of the leader's car right now.
Oh yes, I can see it a little bit there. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. So I just wanted to see because he mentioned it. He said, "Oh, I put your sticker on the roof of my car, the logo on the roof of the car." So I thought of it while I think of it. I should take a look and see if I can see it. But anyway, here we go. We have the 8, Fred Pennington, Jeremiah Nelson in the 48. Which is the 31 car, Monster Energy. We'll just call him Monster Energy car from now on. So the black Monster Energy car is in second. Al Likens is in third. He's been bouncing up and down. He's been at the back of the pack, at the front. Oh. Do we have a caution? Kyle Heath has crashed. Oh, wow. Here we go. Go back to Kyle Heath. Take a look. See if I can catch up with him. Kyle Heath, right there in the middle. He came up, looks like he came up into Robert Chiswick, or Robert came down into him, put him around sideways. He came down into the 7. Whoa, he just T-boned the 7. The 7 had nothing to do, no options at all. Just nailed him. And that just put him spinning around and around. I'll tell you what, let's go back. We're going to take another look. We're going to go back to the start of this. We're going to jump into Robert Chiswick's car. Where are you, Robert? Robert Chiswick right there. Robert Chiswick was in the lead lap at that moment in time. So we're going to jump onto his roof. Well, let's try this. So we're going to try this. We'll take a look. So we'll take a look at his left front suspension. Right there, he came down. They got into the back corner panel. Spun him around. Go back up to the roof. Now, didn't affect Robert any. But I'll tell you what, it definitely messed up Kyle Heath. We're going to back up just a hair again.
Looked like Kyle come up a little bit on him and cut him off. It's one of those racing deals, I guess.
It does look that way. So we're going to go, and this is where he got nailed. We're riding with Kyle Heath right now. He got hit in the rear end, spun sideways. There's the 7 car, and he's just driving along minding his own business, and boom! There he is. He got hit, nailed, put sideways across the track. Didn't even know what hit him, I'm sure. I think he was down low. I thought that something was going to happen, but I'll tell you what, that was just crazy. And, poor Nate in the 7, Nate Webb, he was just riding along, minding his own business, and just out of nowhere, that was a big hit. We'll go back up. It said Kyle Heath crashed again a second time. We'll take a quick look at this and see what happened. I think he came into pit lane hot, possibly. You can see he already has the damage on the car in the front. He's coming in the pit lane there. No, he didn't crash. He just shut it down and pulled off the track. So he just jumped right into the pits. All right. So this is what these guys needed, I guess. We were talking about whether they run out of fuel or not. So I'll tell you what. They got fuel now. We're going to go back to live. So we got fuel now. We're at 131 of 145.
Everybody stopped and got fuel, so we don't have to worry about fuel anymore.
Exactly.
Still only have 6 cars on the lead lap.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to go down and bring up the NASCAR tower, take a quick look and see. We're showing the 8 car Pennington in the lead lap, Nelson in second, Likens is in third, Messer in fourth, Picklesimmer is in fifth, Small in sixth, Fath is 1 lap down in 7th position, Chiswick 1 lap down in 8th, Blair's 1 lap down in 9th, and Darnell is 1 lap down in 10th position. So those guys are all down 1 lap. So we only have 6 cars right now on the lead lap.
Can anybody stay out on the track to get the wraparound? I don't think so.
Yeah, well, no, a few of them did. I see the 44, 75, 3, the 80, the 33, the 38. They're all running around the track. So I would have to say that they're going around and they're going to get their lap back possibly. They get the wave around because all those cars were in front of the 8 of Fred Pennington, and Fred Pennington now is right behind the pace car. And there's 1 lap to go.
Yeah.
So all these cars, 73, 44, 75, 3, the 80, the 38, it looks like they all got their lap back. So we'll have to take a look. Now the cars are coming around.
They'll take a chance to run in the pits and fuel up for the run to go through the end.
They may. I don't know.
I'll have to click on.
I don't know. I don't see anyone going in the pit lane. No, the pace car is off. The pace car just came off. So we'll have to keep an eye. Oh, somebody wrecked in the back. Somebody at the very back of the pack just hit the wall. But we have a green flag. Green flag's still in the air. So whoever hit the wall, they saved it and they got it back on the track. But somebody got hit or did something and ran into the outside wall. We're going to go back up, take a look at the leaders. We're driving away with this thing in the 8 car. Fred Pennington, Jeremiah Nelson in second, Al Likens is in third, Dylan Picklesimmer is back up in 4th position, Ryan Messer is in 5th. And they're just nose to tail, the top 3 cars, just pushing and shoving each other. That's the Monster Energy right there behind Fred Pennington. Just trying to see what he can do. He's trying to get on his back bumper to give him a big push to get him way out front. The top 6 cars are nose to tail. Looks like Robert Chiswick's bringing up the rear of that. They're all taking a look. They're getting a little shaky, but not too bad. I'll tell you what. We got 12 laps to go, Terry. Any thoughts on who's going to take this thing?
Oh, the 8 car and the 40, yes, they've been up there all night. Ryan Messer's still in the hunt there too. 31, well, that's actually 48 on their screen, but 31.
Yeah, the Monster Energy car, he's right there pushing. He's pushing the 8 car. I'll tell you, Ryan Messer, he keeps taking a look out on the outside. But I think if he pulls to the outside, he's going to lose his momentum. He's going to slide back instead of forward. There's Chris Fath. He's right there as well. So he's up there taking a look. He's still showing as 1 lap down. I'm going to try to bring up our NASCAR ticker again.
Chris Fath is 1 lap down. Yeah. Robert Chiswick, Larry Blair, Robbie Darnell, John Held, Mark Olette, and Zachary Ron.
Yes, they're all 1 lap down. It's only the top 6 cars that are on this lead lap. So we get a race of the top 6 cars. That's all that's going right now. James Small is the last one on this lead lap in the 61 car. So I'll tell you what, I don't know where to look, really, to be honest with you. They're all in single file. There's Ryan Messer. He just keeps taking a look on the outside. But I'll tell you, I don't think he really wants to go on the outside because I really think he's going to lose momentum. He's got to get out of that draft. And I think he's going to be in trouble. Now, maybe if Chris Fath goes with them, or somebody else does something. But we're down to 8 laps to go in this thing. So we're just kind of taking a look and see what we can see. But the boys are...
It's a little dark out. The sparks are still flying off the front of the cars when they go in the corner.
Exactly. Well, I noticed that even in the daylight, at the first of this race, the sparks were coming off the bottom of the cars. So I would have to say all the cars are fairly low. The setup for this race is fairly low cars, fairly low chassis. So yeah, there's Fred Pennington. He's still in the lead of this thing. And I'll tell you what, they're all in single file. We got a couple cars that's side by side in the back, but everyone else is side by side. You have a couple cars farther back, the 33 and the 7, Nate Webb, I believe, and then the 38 is farther back as well. So, but up front, you have 6 cars, 7 laps to go. It's looking really good for Fred Pennington right now, but it
Give them
does...
another 2 or 3 laps, I say they're going to start doubling up and going for the win here.
I would have to say, like, Fred's sitting nice and pretty right now, but I don't know. It gets down to 2 or 3 laps to go. I think he may be having a little bit of a challenge to hold on to that lead position. I get the feeling Al Lycan in that 88. I'm kind of watching that Al Lycan car. I think he's going to do something here with a couple laps to go. When you get down to 3 or 4 laps, I think you're going to see something out of that 88. Possibly the 1 car as well.
Yeah.
Because again, Dylan Picklesimmer, he's a new driver here tonight. He's definitely showing that he's worthwhile being at the front of this pack. Worthwhile of the Dave Bush League. He's definitely doing what he can to get up to the front of this thing. I'll tell you what, all the folks at home, if you like the broadcast, if you're having fun here tonight, by all means, Pirate Broadcasting. Really appreciate it if you like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing is the main thing. That way you don't miss out on any of the races we have. We're doing, I believe, up to 4 races a week now. So we're doing Sunday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday nights, and the odd Sunday morning. And I'll be doing a couple races for Fearless Broadcasting as well, Friday and Tuesday, actually, of next week. I'll be doing a couple of their races as well. So definitely like, subscribe, and join the fun. We're going to be having fun here in the broadcast booth. And there's Ryan Messer. He's finally jumped on the outside. Looks like Chris Fath is on the back door of him, trying to give him a push, trying to get him up there. 3 laps to go. He's definitely trying to get a push. We have 3 cars on the outside there now, trying to get a draft going. There's the Monster Energy car. He was looking on the outside. There's Robert Chiswick back there. He's looking to move ahead a little bit. Everyone's trying to get up there. There's the Monster Energy car. He's going on to the outside. Fred Pennington's going out the block. There's the Monster Energy car. It's on the outside now. There's Ryan. Ryan's looking on the outside of him. He doesn't know if he can get around him or if he's going to try to push him. What's going to happen with him? 2 laps to go. We're down to the final lap. They just crossed the line. It's wrecker or checker now. You got to decide what's going to happen right now. Fred Pennington is just fighting tooth and nail to stay ahead of this thing. He's got Al Lycan's right on his back bumper. We have a lap car up in front. Hopefully he's going to pull off to get out of the way of these guys, because these guys are bringing it home. They're definitely bringing it home right now.
So, lap to go. It's going to be 3 wide.
Here we go. Going across the start finish right now. Fred Pennington got the lead, got the win. Al Lycan's in second. Dylan Picklesimmer is in third. Ryan Messer is in fourth. Jeremiah Nelson is in fifth. James Small is in sixth. Those are your top 6 on the lead lap. Then you get into Larry Blair's in 7th. Robert Chiswick in 8th. Chris Fath in 9th. And Marco Lett. So I'll tell you what. Let's see. Robbie Darnell. It said Robbie Darnell crashed at the end of that. Take a quick look and see what happened to Robbie. See what happened to Robbie Darnell in the green car. He got tapped in the back. Got into the 75. He got hit bad. The back wheel fell off the car. He got hit hard. Zach Ronjich. That was probably Robbie Darnell that ran into him, actually. And take a look and see. That's him on the 38 car. So, okay.
Yep.
So we're going to go back to live. Back up to Fred Pennington. I'll tell you what, there they are right there. There's your leaders. I tell you what, we've got the results. Race results: Fred Pennington, Al Likens, Dylan Pickles Simmer, Ryan Messer, Jeremiah Nelson, James Small, Larry Blair, Robert Chiswick, Chris Fath, Mark Olette, John Held, Robbie Darnell, Zach Rondich, Brandon Hartwell, Robbie Stewart, Mark Koschicks, Nate Webb, Kyle Heath, Jason Heaney, Rick Adams, Nick Ratter, Terry Duguay. You were in the pits. You were up here hanging out in the booth with me. There you go. I'll tell you what, that was a heck of an end of a race, man.
That was a good end. You know, when all these SRU races come to the end, there's 4 or 5 cars always battling out for the victory.
They are, without a doubt. They definitely are. So it was a good run at the end of this race. We're going to go and see if we can get a hold of Dylan, because he's the new driver. And we're going to see if I can grab onto him and pull him down here in the booth. We'll have a little chat with him, Terry. Let's see.
He had a great night. Finished off 3rd without wrecking. Good night.
That's right, it was. Hey, Dylan, it's Art and Terry up in the booth. You got a copy? Oh, he's got music playing.
Sorry, that's my sound bite. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now there, Dylan. I'll tell you what, this is your first race with S.R.U, is it not? I'll tell you what, you're putting on a show here tonight, 3rd place.
Yes, sir. I got a league invite from Al Likens and Fred and Jeremiah. They're all my teammates in other leagues. They finally got me in here, and
Right.
yeah. So I got loose at like lap 25, killed the wall, had about 4 minutes of damage, had to get that fixed, but we were able to get up front, and our goal was to stay together right there, and one of us bring it home for slightly dangerous motor or racing.
There you go. Yeah, you got Terry Duguay up here in the booth with me. Actually, he got wrecked out there earlier in the race there, but I'll tell you what, walk us through those last couple laps there. I mean, what were you thinking those last few laps?
Well, like I said, slightly dangerous was 1 through 4, so I didn't want to ruin the chance of one of us winning, so I was kind of just riding in line, so didn't want to ruin it for us, and
Right
so I was
on.
just trying to get to the finish and get us a 1 through 4. Sounds like Jeremiah got 5th, so we didn't quite get that, but Fred, that was his first league win, man, so I'm happy for him there, and I appreciate the invite to the league. It was a fun time, for sure.
I'll tell you what, and as Terry can attest to, the S.R.U guys, they're a fun group of guys to race with, and there's no real big dramas here. There's no big issues or anything there. Everybody's just here to have a good time every Sunday night. So, you got anything for our new league driver there, Terry?
No, we're good. Dylan, you kind of stayed out there in the end there. You think you had lots of tires to finish her off?
Yeah, so we were about 5 laps from making it, so we were just gonna run it long and just top off with no tires and see what we got. But it sounds like a lot of them got didn't get good connection on after getting pit road, so I think we were good there. I think we still would have probably had the lead. But yeah, we were good on tires. I don't think we needed them, but we were just gonna go down and top off and see how it panned out.
Right
That's
on.
good. It probably helped out the race and end it in the dark. It probably helped the traction and wasn't in as loose in and going on the end of the night.
Yeah, for sure. It was really slick at the beginning, but I was kind of wide open because I haven't raced Atlanta in a while, so I didn't really know what to expect in the Cup car. So I just had to fill it out and figured it out. We got us a P3 tonight, so I'm happy there,
Right
Great
on.
job, bud.
So, Bristol next week, you think this guy give you a little bit of confidence going into Bristol? How do you like your short tracks?
I love super speedways, but Bristol is definitely one of my favorite tracks on this game. So I
Right.
got a good line there. I know how to save a little tire. I don't know if I could win it, but I don't see why we can't at least get a top 10 for sure.
Right on.
Looking forward to it. Appreciate it.
Right on. All right, man. We'll let you go for now. Congratulations on your 3rd place win, and we'll see you next week at Bristol.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one.
You too. All right, let's see if we can grab one of the Al Likens now. Bring him down into the booth. Hey, Al, it's Art and Terry up in the booth here. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
Right on, man. So, yeah, You put on a heck of a run there. You were at the front, you were at the back, you were all over the place here tonight.
Oh yeah, this car was a handful to drive, but man, that was a lot of fun.
Right on, right on. Terry's in the booth here with me. He got wrecked out earlier in the race here, but he came up and hang out in the booth with me here, and we've been talking about the race all night long. So walk us through those last few laps. I mean, you were struggling a little bit, and but at the end, that's where you got to be.
Oh yeah, the last few laps, I just trying to be patient, and ride, and get to the finish. Then, if the move's there, make it. If not, just be satisfied where you finish, especially if you're gonna run for the points. Which, Fred, he's never won a league race, so I was like, man, do I try it or do I stay in line? So I decided to stay in line and put in a good points day.
Right on. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is it. I mean, it's all about the points at the end of the season, right? So you got to take what you can get when you can get it. What do you think there, Terry?
And now you had to come through the pack there. It looked like halfway coming on the end where there was a little draft and it seemed hard to pass. So you took one car at a time and got back up to second place and helped your teammate to the win. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. It seemed like you could not get the high side moving. Normally you can and do the side draft and pull them back, but it just was not working. So you just had to make a choice wisely. And I made a mistake earlier in the race. I filled a hole, then Fred, it's either run him over and wreck the field or just check up and take the blow, and hopefully caution comes out, and it did.
Yeah, he tried to fill the spot there. There wasn't much room, but it's hard. When you dive down, they say clear, and you dive in there, and there's a little bumper tag going on. You made her.
Absolutely. The main thing is not to wreck the whole field. That's not how I race, and I'm just thankful we worked out the way it did.
So what do you think about Bristol next week? This going to give you a little bit of confidence going into Bristol next week?
Oh yeah, Bristol's, man, that's a fun place. Probably one of my favorite places to run. But I'm not very good there, but I still enjoy the track. It's a blast.
Right on. So you got anything to say to your sponsors or friends back home?
Yeah, I like to thank, obviously Fred Pence and Jeremiah Nelson and newcomer Dylan Picklesheimer. We're all friends, work together. So it's great to be in iRacing, and I want to thank you all for what you do. Y'all put on a great show, and the league for having us. It's a great league. And I'd like to thank my family to, allow me to do this, and most importantly, God. Right
on. All right, man. Well, we're going to put you back down with the group there. We're going to move on to the Fred there. But congratulations on your second place run here tonight. And we'll see you at Bristol next weekend.
All right. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
You too.
Well, good night, bud.
All right. That was Al Likens, our second place runner. Now we got to grab on to Fred Pennington. Hey, Fred, it's Art and Terry up in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got a copy, Art.
How you doing tonight? I guess you're doing pretty good, I guess.
Man, I'm doing real good. I'm on cloud 9 right now, Art. That's my first league win, and I'm super excited. That's a lot of fun right there.
Well, I tell you, you guys were back and forth and fighting all night long. But you were at the front for a good chunk of the evening, so you were one of the picks for the win, I think, tonight between Terry and I.
Well, I just had that bottom line, and I was just stayed glued to the bottom line. The top line had a few runs, but not a whole lot. I was just trying to stay glued to that bottom.
Right on. So at what point did you realize you had a shot at least a top 5 finish, if not the win?
I thought I had a good car early on, and then that last lap with me pitting with all my teammates there, that other group pitted early, and then that caution come out and really hurt them. If we'd have went green flag, I don't know what would have happened. They may have beat us out. I don't know if they was running together or not, but when we got that last caution, I thought I had a really good shot with them guys behind me and pushing me. Really helped me tremendously.
Right on. What do you got for him there, Terry? What do you think?
Yeah, Fred, congratulations, your first win in S.R.U. It's nice when you're out there running and you got 3 other partners helping you. I know Al said I guess I'll stay around and push him to the win. So it's nice to have a guy like that behind to push you, and then Dylan and Jeremiah. So it's good to get a couple of guys ganging up in this S.R.U. group. So that's good. Good first win.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we run a lot together. I mean, we practice a lot, and not just we're not just running races. We're out here practicing a lot together, and we put in a lot of time to try and be good. And to be honest with you, out of those 4 drivers, or out of those 3 other drivers, I'm probably the worst driver of those 4. And luckily, I just come out of the pits and first, and they was just going to push whoever to the win. And I mean, that's what teamwork is about.
I think your car probably, that last stint on the tires with the track cooling off, your car probably felt the best it did all night.
It really did, and I went ahead and took the right side. I probably should have took left side. They were worn a little bit more, but I did take right sides. I just took 2 tires on that last stop, and like I said, if that late caution don't come out, it's a totally different ball game, because I'm not sure that that we could have made a green flag stop and with that other group pitting early. So just fortunate that late caution came out.
Right on.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you what, Bristol next week. So this is going to give you a boost of confidence going into Bristol, right?
No, I hate Bristol. I hate those short tracks. I much I like those. I like the 1.5 miles. These speedways are the super speedways are a little different, but those short tracks, oh man, I struggle at those. So I probably won't be up there on those, but we'll see what happens. I'll give it the old college try for sure.
There you go. Sounds like me. I hated the short tracks forever, and just running with Byron Bartlett and Terry here the past 6 months or so doing the odd short track there. I'm actually getting a little bit better, but not that great yet. So I know exactly where you're coming from. I'm not a big fan of the short tracks either. So what was I going to say next? Is so you got anything to say to any of your sponsors or friends back home?
Well, I'd just like to thank the Slightly Dangerous Racing, those guys that race with me and helped me. I mean, like I said, I'm the worst of those drivers, and they helped me out tremendously. And they're all about the team, and it's just great to have those group of guys, Al, Jeremiah, and Dylan. And then, of course, my woman for allowing me to do this, my family, and of course, thank God. And then you guys put on a great show. This is a A+ league. I love this league. This is a great group of guys to be running with, and Art, you do an amazing job here as well.
Well, I don't know if I'm doing an amazing job, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. As far as the S.R.U guys, absolutely. I've been running together for years and years. I was a member of the league for years and years, and I guess that's why I get this broadcasting gig from them when I started broadcasting. But I'll tell you what, they've been together for a lot of years, and again, it's a top grade league. There's no issues with these guys at all, for sure. What do you think, Terry?
Yeah, that's right. They've been together for a while, and it's nice to get new blood into the series and good racers. And yeah, Fred, enjoy your win. Don't have too much champagne tonight, and get ready for Bristol next week.
Well, thank you, fellas. I appreciate it. Art, I put your logo in front of my camera. Was you able to check that out? I don't know. I can't see it, so I don't know how it works.
I actually went looking for it. It's a little bit blurry, but that's because I got the camera not quite at the right angle. But I'll keep an eye out. Maybe I'll take. Maybe if you made it a little bit bigger, or maybe if I angle the camera a little bit more down. So, but anyway,
okay,
it looks awesome though, man. Thank you very much for that.
Yes, sir. I'll make it a little bit bigger, and we'll get it where we can see it good. Thank you, Art. I appreciate you guys. And like I said, I can't thank this league enough. This is a great group of guys to be running with, and it's a lot of fun.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you next week at Bristol.
Thank you. See you, Art.
All righty.
Yeah. You too, Terry. Take care.
All right. So, hey, Terry, that's it for Atlanta. Thank you so much for coming up to the booth there, joining me for a while. Had your perspective. I definitely appreciated it, without a doubt.
Yeah, I'll probably do that next week too. I'll try to get to Bristol, because I like Bristol, and hopefully I stay in a little longer and not get wrecked out.
Well, that's the goal for sure. I know, you know me and my short tracks. You know, like I would be in trouble. I would be in trouble, especially against these guys. I would definitely be in trouble, because the bar is set pretty high with the S.R.U. Dave Bush guys. It's a pretty high bar to get through.
Yeah, they're a pretty good, tough league to race in, but we'll get in and see what we can do. And if I get wrecked out again, I'll come back up to the booth and help you out.
All right, that sounds great to me. All right, everybody, we enjoyed having you all with us, and we will see you next week in Bristol. Bye for now.